I want to talk to you today about something most people avoid, doing what's hard. Not because it's glamorous, but because it's necessary. You see, we live in a world addicted to convenience, fast results, instant success. But here's the truth. If it's easy, everyone can do it. And if everyone can do it, it will never make you unstoppable. Think about it. Every great leader, every visionary, every person we admire, whether it's Nelson Mandela, Elon Musk, Serena Williams, or your hardworking mother, chose the hard path, not once, but over and over again. Why? Because doing what's hard is what builds character. It creates resilience. It earns trust. And that's what makes someone unstoppable. Let me be clear, being unstoppable isn't about never failing. It's about never quitting. It's about showing up, especially when it's uncomfortable, especially when you're scared, especially when your brain tells you to run. It's pushing the extra rep in the gym after your muscles scream. It's speaking up in the meeting when your voice shakes. It's starting the business knowing people might laugh at you. And the best part, it's not a talent, it's not luck, it's a choice, a decision to trade comfort for growth. The Marines have a phrase, embrace the suck, because they know something we often forget. Growth only happens in discomfort, and discomfort, it's the gym for the mind, it's where we grow stronger. So if you want to become unstoppable, don't look for hacks. Don't chase shortcuts, chase hard, chase the challenge. Do the thing that scares you, not because you're fearless, but because you're willing. Remember, the goal isn't to be better than others. The goal is to be better than yesterday. So let me leave you with this. When your mind whispers, take the easy route, you answer, not today. When the world says, stay safe, you say, I'm here to grow. And when you're tempted to quit, you remind yourself, this is what unstoppable feels like. We often admire those who seem unstoppable, people who keep pushing, who don't quit, who rise every time they fall. But what we rarely see is the choice they made again and again to do what is hard. Most of us are drawn to comfort, to what feels safe and simple. But the truth is, easy never leads to greatness. Doing what is hard is not about being special or lucky. It's about making a different decision when most people back down. The people who inspire us didn't choose the easy way. They chose the difficult path, the path filled with resistance, and that's what made them unstoppable. Choosing what is hard builds more than just skill, it builds character. Every time we push through something uncomfortable, we teach ourselves that we can handle more than we thought. We become more resilient, more grounded, more trustworthy. People don't follow you because you're perfect. They follow you because you show them what strength under pressure looks like. When you show up despite the fear, despite the obstacles, people start to believe not just in you, but in what's possible for themselves. Being unstoppable has nothing to do with being fearless. In fact, it's the opposite. The most powerful people feel fear, but they act anyway. They understand that fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal that you're about to grow. So instead of avoiding fear, they step into it. They do the thing that makes their voice shake. They take the risk they're not sure they can handle. And every time they do, they come out the other side stronger. That strength doesn't come from talent. It comes from repeated, courageous choices. The hard path isn't something we take once. It's something we choose over and over again, because the truth is, consistency beats intensity. It's not about doing one brave thing. It's about doing small, brave things every day. Waking up early when no one sees. Practicing when no one claps. Learning when no one asks you to. These moments are invisible, but they are the foundation of what makes someone unstoppable. There's no shortcut to real success. We can't hack our way to meaning. If you're always chasing quick results or looking for an easier route, you'll never build the foundation needed to last. The ones who last are the ones who choose process over results. They fall in love with the journey, not the applause, and because of that, they keep going long after others have stopped. So when the moment comes, when your mind says, this is too much, or why bother, that's the moment you become unstoppable. Not when it's easy, but when it's hard and you do it anyway. Growth lives in that discomfort. Power lives in that choice. Do what is hard, not for the reward, but because it shapes who you are. That's how unstoppable is built. Choosing what is hard builds more than just skill, it builds character. Every time we face a challenge and move forward anyway, we are rewiring ourselves to become stronger. We're not just learning how to do difficult things, we're learning that we are the kind of people who don't give up. That belief, earned through hard experiences, becomes our greatest asset. You can have all the knowledge, all the talent, all the resources in the world, but without strength of character, you will fold when pressure rises. The real difference between those who rise and those who fall isn't talent. It's the ability to endure what's uncomfortable, to persist through what's inconvenient, and to hold your values when it would be easier to compromise. People follow those who are consistent under stress, not those who are impressive only when things are easy. That consistency is what earns trust. And trust is the foundation of influence, of leadership, and of legacy. You cannot fake character, you have to earn it, and the only way to earn it is to do the hard thing, especially when no one's watching. Being unstoppable has nothing to do with being fearless. That's one of the biggest myths out there. The people we admire most, leaders, athletes, innovators, they feel fear just like the rest of us. The difference is they don't let fear decide for them. They understand something most people miss. Fear is not a sign to stop. It's a sign you're stepping into growth. So instead of running from it, they lean into it. They speak up even when their voice trembles. They take the risk even when the outcome is uncertain. They keep going, not because they're brave by nature, but because they've trained themselves to act despite discomfort. This is a choice, not a personality trait. Fear doesn't disappear, but the power it holds over you does. Every time you move forward while afraid, fear shrinks a little, and confidence grows, not because you feel ready, but because you showed yourself you can handle what's hard. That's the path to becoming unstoppable, acting not without fear, but in spite of it. The hard path isn't something we choose once. It's something we commit to again and again. That's where real strength is built. Anyone can be motivated for a day or even a week, but the ones who become unstoppable are the ones who stay consistent even when the excitement wears off. They understand that consistency beats intensity. It's not about one massive effort. It's about small, disciplined choices made over time. It's waking up early when you don't feel like it. It's practicing when no one is watching. It's saying no to distractions when nobody would blame you for saying yes. These daily decisions, often unnoticed by others, are what quietly separate the exceptional from the average. The people we call unstoppable didn't become that way by accident. They became that way because they showed up when it was hard, again and again. They created habits around doing the difficult things, and that became their identity. Not perfection, but persistence. Not hype, but discipline. That's the real secret. There's no shortcut to real success, and deep down we all know it, but we still get tempted by quick fixes, viral fame, overnight results. The problem is, when we chase shortcuts, we skip the most important part, the process. And the process is where growth happens. It's where skills are built, where values are tested, and where resilience is forged. The ones who last, the ones who become truly unstoppable, are not obsessed with outcomes. They're obsessed with the journey. They know that the struggle is the story, that the obstacles are the lessons. When we focus only on the results, we risk building something that can't hold its own weight. But when we fall in love with the process, we build a foundation that's unshakable, and that's what makes us different. Not just what we achieve, but how we achieve it, with intention, with integrity. And with the understanding that meaningful success can't be hacked. It must be earned, one hard step at a time. There will come a moment, a quiet, invisible moment, when everything in you says, this is too much, or why keep going? And that moment is everything. Because it's in that moment, not the easy ones, where the unstoppable are made. Not when it feels good, not when the path is clear, but when it's heavy, uncertain, and lonely, and you move forward anyway. That's what separates those who merely try from those who truly transform. Growth doesn't announce itself. It's disguised as discomfort. Power doesn't come from avoiding the hard, it comes from standing in it, breathing through it, and refusing to back down. Every time you choose the hard thing, you're not just building success. You're building you, And that's the part no one can take away. So when you're tired, when you're doubting, when you're tempted to quit, remind yourself, this is the moment I've been training for. This is what becoming unstoppable feels like. Lean into it.